Hey there, Singaporean investors. If you're tired of sifting through endless updates and want to know what's really moving the market, you're in the right place. Welcome to the Investing Iguana's daily SGX Market Digest for August 6th, 2025. I'm Iggy, here to break down the day's market stories, spotlight the movers, and give you insight on what it all means for your money. No jargon or confusion, just the facts and clear analysis so you can act smarter, not harder, with your portfolio. Let's start by zooming out for the big picture. The Straits Times Index had a volatile session and closed at 3,198 points after dipping 1.4%. This fall followed a steep decline the day before, as Singapore's market was caught in the global sell-off. Cautious market sentiment carried over from Wall Street, where worries about a potential U.S. recession and calls for the Federal Reserve to cut rates have been dominating headlines. Asia-Pacific markets tried to recover from the rout sparked by weak U.S. job numbers and a dramatic 12% one-day plunge in Japan's Nikkei. However, Singapore's STI, famously heavy with bank stocks, was held back as bank counters came under pressure. UOB ended the day down 1.7%, DBS was off by 1.6%, and OCBC slipped 1.3%, echoing how expectations for a U.S. rate cut can hurt local bank margins. Gainers just edged out decliners across the broader market, with about 1.4 billion securities changing hands for nearly 2 billion in total value. But don't be fooled by the headlines of panic. The longer-term story is stronger. Year-to-date, the STI is up almost 30%. And technical analysts point to strong support zones and a midterm upward trend driven by stable earnings in property stocks, tech, and REITs. Major banks and property counters remain the backbone of the index, and investors are watching support levels as potential re-entry points if volatility continues. Globally, markets are now pricing in an 80% chance of a U.S. rate cut at the Fed's next meeting. That means more shifts ahead. So stay tuned to both local and global economic news. Now, let's get to today's featured SGX listed stocks and the news that could impact your portfolio. CapitaSpring Integrated Commercial Trust, or CICT, took center stage with a bold move. The trust completed a private placement, fixing the issue price at $2.11 for each new unit. Joint underwriters agreed to raise $100 million more than planned, bringing the total gross proceeds from the issue to about $600 million. Even bigger, CICT secured agreements to buy the remaining 55% of CapitaSpring's premium-grade A office tower for $145 million. CapitaSpring, located at Raffles Place, is nearly fully leased with a strong list of tenants. This deal boosts CICT's exposure to Singapore's booming office sector and comes just after it divested the serviced residence portion of CapitaSpring to shore up the balance sheet. For the first half of 2025, CICT delivered a distributable income of $411.9 million, rising over 12% from a year ago, and pushed distribution per unit up 3.5% to 5.62 cents. Its annualized yield stands at 5.2%, and as of June 30th, committed occupancy was robust at 96%. Look out for new asset enhancement projects at Lot 1 Shoppers Mall and Tampines Mall, set to start in the final quarter of this year. The trust is focused on steady portfolio upgrades and disciplined capital management to deliver stable returns, even as interest rates and property cycles fluctuate. Keppel made headlines by amending the terms for selling its stake in Saigon Sports City. Instead of the earlier deal that would have seen varying cash inflows depending on certain conditions, Keppel's Gensity subsidiary is now selling 35% each to two Vietnamese real estate companies for about $127 million per deal. The proceeds are lower than initially announced, but the structure is now clearer, and both buyers are providing sizable loans to the project to help repay existing debt. Saigon Sports City aims to bring 4,300 new premium homes and a sports and entertainment complex to Ho Chi Minh City. Even with the price cut, Keppel expects a modest uplift in its net tangible assets and earnings per share once the deal closes. Its shares rose slightly before the news, and the company's broader story remains about monetizing long-term non-core assets and driving shareholder returns. Let's turn to SATS, Singapore's leading air cargo and ground services provider, which just launched a new air cargo handling facility at Changi Airport. This BUP handling center, which covers 3,000 square meters, half a football field, now processes cargo in just 2 hours, cutting 20% off standard times. That's a big win in an industry where every minute counts, especially as Singapore positions itself as a leading Asian logistics hub. The new facility not only speeds up shipments, but also frees up capacity at air freight terminals and clears roadway congestion, with 6 lanes and multiple weighing stations operating round the clock. SATS plans to roll out its improved systems at Terminal 5 and a new industrial zone soon, keeping ahead of global demand. CICT's stock closed at 3.22, up by 1.3%, reflecting optimism about long-term growth and efficient operations. Next up, F&N, a well-known beverage maker in Singapore, reported its latest earnings. Net profit for the last 9 months dropped by 3.9% to $122 million, down from $123 million the same period last year, even as revenue climbed 10% to $1.77 billion on higher sales of core products. Earnings per share slipped to $0.81. The softer profit picture came amid margin pressures that echo trends across the region's beverage sector as companies spend more just to stay level. Still, F&N's business remained solid, and its shares stayed flat at $1.43, a sign the market already anticipated these results. Mapletree Pan-Asia Commercial Trust, or MPact, made a move towards sustainability by pricing $200 million in senior green notes at a 2.45% coupon, maturing in 2032. The notes, part of its $5 billion Euro medium-term securities program, will finance or refinance eligible green projects. MPact's credit outlook is steady, and its units last closed at $1.32. This bolsters the trust's green credentials, drawing in institutional investors with a focus on sustainability. Proceeds will help manage debt maturity and drive smart upgrades to its regional property portfolio. Parkway Life Real Estate Investment Trust, the healthcare REIT, also delivered solid news. For the first half of 2025, Parkway Life raised distributions per unit by 1.5% to $0.765. Revenue jumped over 8% to $78.3 million, while net property income grew 8% as well, reaching $73.8 million. The trust added a new nursing home in Japan and expanded into France. But currency headwinds from a softer yen modestly offset gains. Its Singapore hospital assets remain the backbone of the portfolio, delivering predictable 3% annual rent increases under long-term master leases. Parkway's gearing sits at a healthy 35.4%, and its portfolio, now worth around $2.46 billion, spans 75 properties across Singapore, Malaysia, Japan, and France. Units finished the day at 406, up 0.7%. Let's wrap up with Iggy's market take for the day. The latest swings in the STI show why retail investors must look past daily headlines and dig into the details behind market moves. CICT's bold asset management and capital raising efforts show how Singapore's largest commercial REIT navigates cycles by recycling assets and enhancing value. Keppel's revised Vietnam partnership teaches patience when it comes to large overseas projects. Returns may still come, just not always in a straight line. SAT's investment in air cargo efficiency underscores the importance of innovation, especially in sectors affected by global trade flows and supply chains. Parkway Life's steady expansion in healthcare real estate highlights the resilience of sectors with recurring long-term income, even as currency and funding risks flare up. So what's the big lesson today? Don't put all your eggs in one sector, and don't just follow the loudest headlines. Broaden your focus to include both global economic forces and local company performance. Keep your portfolio diversified. Watch for new growth stories, but don't overlook the power of recurring income and strong, stable assets. Whether you're invested in real estate, banking, logistics, or healthcare, look at long-term value and prepare for cycles. That's a wrap for today's SGX Market Digest, August 6th, 2025. If this breakdown helped you, why not get ahead of the game with premium access? For just $1 a month, less than a copy, you can get my real-time alerts, exclusive insights, and a daily briefing sent straight to you, up to a week before anyone else sees them. The link is in the description below. Ready to take your investing to the next level? Don't forget to like, share, and comment. I read every comment, and your thoughts help shape future digests.